Unfortunately, sometimes we work with clients that are difficult and hard-headed that don't want to take our advice. It goes back to what I'd said in another segment about knowing more than the agent, knowing more than the process. I've sold a home before. I just need you to do paperwork, basically. And so this property was in Carmel Valley, and we had a long discussion about pricing. He was proud of his house, really, really proud of his house, did a big addition, spent a bunch of money 20, 30 years ago, and didn't want to listen to me that the money that he had spent 20 to 30 years ago was basically gone, and that the things that he put in the property were outdated. Refused to believe that. So it's important for you to understand that, I'm not going to price your home. Our agents are not going to price your home. It's your property. It's your asset. You own it. You make the decision. We can simply advise you. So I advised him over and over and over, and I just knew that I wasn't going to get anywhere. So it was going to be his way or the highway. So we went his way. I advised him to list the property for $1,795,000. I thought that was a good aggressive price. The property was a little dated, but I think at that price, people would have overlooked that. And I think he could have got multiple offers. Instead, he was adamant about listing the property at $2 million. So we listed it at $2,095,000. I've previously spoken about competition, and there was a house 2 doors down at the end of the cul-de-sac that was the same exact size, same exact condition, outdated, and it had been on the market for 210 days, and it was listed for $400,000 less than we were coming on the market at. So we come on the market, we're overpriced, we're priced $400K higher than our competition, and we had a lot of showings the first 2 weeks because new inventory people get excited about, no offers. That tells me immediately that we're overpriced. So we sat, and the moral of the story is we reduced the price 6 times. We ended up reducing all the way down to $1,595,000, and we finally got an offer. And the offer came in at $1,500,000. It came in $100,000 under our list price. And at that point, he was so frustrated and wanted to be done with the process. He'd already moved to Florida. He wasn't even in the state anymore. He accepted the offer. So then we got to the second part. The seller also didn't listen to me in the sense that he didn't want to get any inspections done up front. He said the buyers were going to get their own inspections and that him getting them didn't mean anything and it wasn't necessary. So the buyer started conducting their due diligence, and they found about $100,000 worth of repairs that the home needed. It needed a new roof that was completely faulty, and we found out that the company that installed the roof is bankrupt. They're no longer in business. So there was $40,000 in a roof. There were some plumbing issues. There were some termite issues, and all that stuff added up to another $100,000, and he ended up having to reduce the price from $1,500,000 to $1,400,000. I feel very strongly that if he would have listened to me from the beginning, he would have protected himself with inspections, and he would have listed the price accurately at $1,795,000. I think he would have sold the home for a couple $100,000 more, and it would have taken way less time. It took us almost a year to sell this property. I think he could have sold it in 60 days or less. So the moral of the story is, you're hiring a real estate professional for a reason. Trust them. You have to work with them, not against them.